Hey guys, it's Wendy here with Wendy's Plans, and today I'm bringing you a different kind of video. It's kind of one of those videos, where did you start, where are you at now? So I am going to go over my journey of planning, so stay tuned. Okay guys, so I'm going to set this stuff aside, and I am going to start with my Erin Condren, and I am just going to say my first foray into the planner community was through Reflections. Some of my planners are packed up in storage. As most of you know, I have moved, and so I still have some stuff in storage. So I don't have my first Reflections, and I don't have my first year in my Erin Condren. So that first year that I started planning, I moved really quickly from the Reflections planner into a Erin Condren. And I want to say that was 2016, I believe. And this one is the academic, that is July 2017 through 2018. And I'm just going to show you some of the planning. So it's straight Erin Condren, the plan. Some weeks I really didn't use my planner an awful lot. Sometimes I did. Sometimes I didn't even check them off. Sometimes I did. It was just one of those, it worked and it didn't work. This week I laid stickers down, did nothing. So I knew right away I was struggling with, and part of the problem was I was in too many planners. So I would plan, this would be the one that would stay at home, I might not check it off, and I had in my purse a traveler's notebook. And so I was using too many planners, and I wasn't getting to both of them and getting everything done. There's a day I didn't even plan that week on my monthly page that I never went back and filled out. And guys, I was paying a lot of money for stickers, and I was not using this at all. And so at this point I was like, you need to decide what you're going to do. This week I didn't even plan. I was on vacation, so that's why I didn't take this with me. But the very next week I didn't do anything. So I was struggling in this planner, and I knew I needed to do something different. I finished it out all the way to the end. So then my next exploration, most of my traveler's notebook inserts and all of that is in storage, but I did find this one because this was at the end of 2018. I moved in 2019, so it's one of the few that I did have left. And this is in my planner that was for the holiday. It was just one of the holiday inserts that I had created. So this one I was actually carrying this with me, and I was using it and that kind of thing, so I was excited. I liked using the traveler's notebook. So then I got hurt in this one. That's the reason I didn't finish this one. This was the week, this is when I started packing. We had gotten an offer, and yeah, was a lot of stuff going on, and I didn't finish this one out. So my next foray was into traveler's notebooks, and I will say that I honestly loved planning in a traveler's notebook. Then I discovered my next foray was the traveler's notebook. And the first thing that I ordered was I believe I ordered the weeks first. To be honest, I don't know which order I ordered them in. Okay, so I ordered I think I got the cousin first. I'm trying to flip through real quick. Yes, so I had ordered the cousins first, and I thought this was when I was moving. A lot of crazy things were going on, so I really didn't start into this planner until the middle of January into February, and I was kind of trying to figure out how I'm going to use it. So I used it for a couple of months, and then I realized I do need the stickers. And guys, I used this planner all the way through the end of the planner. Now, at that point is when I decided I needed to do my journaling on the pages in the back, and that's how I use this planner. And to this day, it's exactly how I'm still using this planner. So in 2019, so I started in 2016, it was the reflections, and then I moved immediately into the Erin Condren, which I used for 2 years. And then in 2018, end of 2017, beginning of 2018, I was flipping back and forth between Erin Condren and my traveler's notebooks. And then I went into the Hobonichi with the intent of staying Hobonichi and traveler's notebook. And that is when I found the weeks planner. So I absolutely loved the weeks planner, and that's when I decided, instead of trying to fill this up completely, is that I need to go to the style that I use now. And so that is where I was at in 2019. Fast forward to 2020, I don't have my weeks out. It's in my purse. I am still using the back of my planner as a journal. This is the one that I just filmed this week. I am using this planner. Guys, I love this planner. I see myself staying in a Hobonichi for a while. I like this style of planner. It's the kind of planner that works for me. You will eventually find what works for you. And I think that was what my first couple of years was just trying to figure out what planner works for me. I'm not going to lie and tell you that I have seen the reviews of the daily planner for Erin Condren. And part of me just really wants to order that planner, and I want to use it. But I don't think that I would be happy with that as a regular planner for me to use at home. I think for me at work, it would be perfect because I like using a daily planner at work. But for me personally to use at home, I prefer using the Hobonichi Cousins for my stay at home, and my cousin or my weeks to go in my purse. The additional planner that I introduced this year for me was, it was two. It's the one that I use at work. I, in the past, had used the Erin Condren monthly. I forget what it's called, but it's the Erin Condren, but it's just months with some note pages behind it. And that worked for me at work for a long time. And then this year is first year that I have switched over to a daily page type planner for work. And that really works well for me. And I will continue that, which is why I feel like the Erin Condren daily would work for me. And I'm still on the fence about that. We'll see. But I have the cousins at home, and in my purse on my on the go planner is my weeks, and then I ordered a weeks for my social media, and I have been using that. It is no stickers, it is straight writing on a piece of paper, planning out what I'm going to do. Guys, I love it. So I know for me that Hobonichi works. I kind of want to mix it up next year, and it scares me. I'm kind of thinking sticking with the cousins at home and using a traveler's notebook in my purse. So I'm on the fence of what I'm going to do next year. And I might just stick with the weeks. Who knows? But part of me does want to go back to the traveler's notebook. And so that being said, it might be an option instead of using another Hobonichi as my social media planner. I might go back into a traveler's notebook. And that's the way I'm leaning as of today. Let's see, what's today? May 3rd. That is where I am leaning. So I think for me, Hobonichi works. I'm going to continue using my cousins. I think for on the go in my purse, I will continue using the weeks. Right now through the end of the year, I will continue out the planners that I am using, which is the weeks for my social media. But I may start experimenting at the end of the year using a traveler's notebook for my social media. So guys, that is the evolution of Wendy's plans. Just saying. I enjoy my planning, and I have finally figured out what works for me, and I will move on. So that's the biggest takeaway from this, is sometimes you have to go through a lot of things to get to where you need to be. And I think I have finally found what works for me and what keeps me sane. This is what works for me. So guys, I hope you find what works for you, and until next time, bye bye.